So this is our newest model that we're going to launch recently. The model name is 480. This machine is very short. It's 5400 millimeter. That is 5.4 meter long. So basically, you can fit in 4 machines in one 40-foot container. Great advantage. This machine has a lot of servo-controlled aggregates, including all the way here from the in-feed fence. This servo is used for adjusting the pre-mill. So if we go into, let's start from the start page. So we have multilingual start page, control page, and here if we use English, let's go in. And here we have the interface for everything to control this machine. Servo adjust, in-feed fence. If we enter in a bigger value, so everyone can see how this is moving forward and backward. Let's enter in, put in the value 3.0, and let's move. Can you give it a clearer shot? This is how the servo is adjusting the pre-mill. So this is operator friendly. And let's go from here. This is the pre-mill aggregate. As on all the EXCITECH edge banners, we have this unique designed dust extraction hood. This has great effect because everyone knows if we have a lot of dust attached to the panel surface, it gets stuck to the glue and you get a nasty result. So we want as good a dust extraction effect as possible. And here, this is the pre-mill. The value can be read from here. Up and down adjustment here. And as a standard configuration, we have a 65 millimeter pre-mill cutter, 2 cutters. And here we have a little aluminum structured blower to further get rid of the dust from the panel surface. And the baking lamp to heat up the panel surface in case the weather gets really cold. And the quick change glue pot with 2 handles here. So if you loosen up the bolts and screws here, you can easily take it off. You can either change another glue pot or you can place it into a temperature preservation box. And quick melt, we have automatic glue refill. So 2 sensors here, upper and lower. If it's full, then it won't draw extra glue from the tank. If it reaches here, it will automatically refill the quick melt device from the glue tank here. Here we have this tape alarm. So if you're running out of tape, if the operator is not aware that he's actually running out of the tape, this will automatically send out an alarm. It will not stop the machines or the workpieces that are already going through the machine, but the limit switch at the very front of this machine, it will automatically come down and it will stop the operator from feeding more panels into the machine. The tape in feed is servo controlled. Just give it a zoom in. Yeah, here. Planetary gearbox and a servo motor is back in there, so it controls. So it gives you a better control over how much tape you want to feed in. So it saves a lot of material and money over a year. And here the pressing zone, the big pressure roller is servo driven. It has this more smooth rotating motion, and it's better. It's smoother, and it's more steady. And the pressing, the pressing is also controlled by servo. So if you're changing between a 1 mm tape and a 2 mm tape, you can easily also adjust it on the touch screen. Servo, in and out. And here, this is the fine tuning unit. This is also servo, and it has an extra function of adjusting between two radiuses. And we have one radius 1.5 and another is radius 2.5. So if you're working with 0.4, 0.5, or 0.6, 0.8, you can work with the smaller radius. And if you want to work with thicker tape, 1.2, 1.5, or 2 millimeter, you can easily change to the radius 2.5. Can you show it? The two different radiuses are controlled by here. So we use a very special tool, cutter, for the fine trimming. So this one, if it goes in, it's radius 2.5, and if it pulls out, it's radius 1.5. Correct? And if you want some fine adjusting on the fine trimming, we have the servo controlled here, in and out. But if you want a bigger change between your tape thickness, it's better to adjust with a thin tape and thick tape. It's also touch screen adjustment. Nesting bridge. Zoom in, please. Nesting bridge. Each wheel is independently adjustable in terms of height. And we have a very wide linear guide rail in here. It's a stable structure. It works with hinge holes. If you have hinge holes like this, the nesting bridge is for this kind of setup. And thin tape and thick tape adjustment is here. Also activated on the touch screen. And servo adjustment, fine tune, adjust A, y-axis, y-axis. A is here and B is here. Adjustment easily done here. Move. And our servo is accurate because we set up like an origin point for the servo. So every time you adjust, whether you adjust it up or down, it automatically origin back to the home starting point, that is 1.0. So it goes to 1.0 and start from there to adjust to 1.5 or 0.8. So it gives you a better accuracy. And this is the profile scraper, same structure with servo adjustment, fine adjustment, and two radiuses. Radius 1.5 and radius 2.5. That is applied to the cutter. We have one very operator-friendly design structure here. These two little things, they're used to just very in detail the position of your profile scraper. So if you do like this, it adjusts the position of the profile scraper. So if you have to change your cutter, the operator can easily adjust the scraper cutter to the correct position. Also with the nesting kit. Each wheel is independently adjustable. And the end cutting unit is placed in the middle. In the traditional edge bander setup, you would have the end cutting before the trimming and scraper unit. But why do we put it in the middle? We have sent in detailed word profile why we put it in the middle. But just to give it a very simple explanation, because everyone knows that, 把那个丝给我一下。So this residue of the tape, it comes off with the board, and it will be cut off by the end cutting unit. So you won't get this wired up with the buffing unit, with the buffing motor. So you won't get a burned buffing motor during use. And if we have, sometimes if you run the panel through, and if it's tight or loose, sometimes you get a little like a wave or a bad result on your profile scraper. But here we have the tape attached to the panel, and the very front part of the tape is already cut off by the end cutting unit. So it gives you a better linear effect over the profile scraper. Anyways, this is the benefits of having the end cutting unit aggregate in the middle after the trimming unit and after the profile scraper. And two motor corner round, nothing special. Anyways, it has corner round, so it's a full function machine. Everything is included: pre-mill, fine trim, profile scraper, end cutting, corner round. So this machine has everything basically a small carpenter user or small professional user would require on an edge bender. And this is the flat scraper. Instead of the ones that we used to have, this one in Chinese we call it floating scraper, because here, see why we call it floating? Because it goes with the panel. If you have uneven surfaces, if your panel is not even, it's not a universal standard, it won't hurt or it won't damage the delicate surface of your workpiece. And with a blower, so it blows off the glue or the residue of the tape. And of course, spray cleaning agent and separating agent, these two come with as a standard. The flat scraper here, down and up and down, two. And two buffing unit. So basically this is the 480, a very short and compact, but really this is a machine with full function, everything you would need, from pre-mill, glue pot, pressing, fine trimming, flat profile scraper, and cutting corner round, buffing and flat scraping, everything on this machine, and just within 5.4 meter long. And this machine comes with servos as well, so it's more operator friendly. Let's put it simply, it's easier to use and easier to maintain. And this machine we would like to, we would also send you some more videos showing how this machine works. And if you're interested in more details, you can always ask our sales engineer for more details and pictures and videos of this machine. Basically, that'll be all. Thank you.